So basically, last 6 weeks has been kind of fucked up, man. I had some shit going on with the flat, couldn't do videos, and Sam had some shit going on in his life, couldn't do the videos, and now we're just a little bit out of whack. But I need to bring you guys some videos, man, because we are 6.5 weeks out from the Two Pros event in Crawley on August 4th. And that means I want to put some video footage out there and show you dudes what I am doing. So I'm just driving back from the gym now, just done some morning clients. Gonna go home, hit up meal number 2, and I'm gonna show you what that meal is and the rest of my meals, because I was on Instagram the other day, put out like a little question, asked you guys what if you wanted to ask me anything about my prep or whatever, and about 6-7 messages come back, and it was all about like calories, macros, this, that, what do you eat, da, 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 da. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. Absolutely hate lumpy jam. So I've got this thing that before I put the jam on, I gotta give that shit a stir, man. No lumps. Aight. So here it is, dudes. Meal 2, 6 egg whites, pack of grits, and some jam. Don't know how much jam, just some jam. Yeah. It's at the 6-week mark now, so I'm not necessarily a food focused person. Like, I don't really crave food or anything like that. I mean, I've been doing this quite a long time now, but it's always good to have something sweet. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna get this down me, and then I'm gonna cover what I've been eating these last 6 weeks and basically how I've been getting on with prep. Jeez, that was some good grits, some good old almost like Ronnie Coleman there. Just need some cheese powder on that eggs and grits, and I'm taking a leaf out of Ronnie Coleman's book, of whom we should all take more pages of his book. Anyway, so basically I want to tell you guys what I've been eating for the last 6 weeks. I'm going to tell you what my diet is currently. So obviously it's pretty much the same foods I'm eating now, but obviously I was eating a lot more of it 12 weeks ago than I am right now. So off the top of my head, from Monday to Saturday, which is when I training 6 days a week, I'm basically eating the same foods, okay? So I have a training day and non-training day meal plan. And from the top, meal 1 is ribeye, steak, and oats. Specifically, I have 225 grams of ribeye and 40 grams of oats. Currently, I'm having the organic oats that I get from Aldi, just because once you've cooked them, they seem to cream up and they seem to like puff up a little bit better than like the instant oats that you get in the sachets. So I get the organic oats from Aldi. They're really nice. And on that, I'm just chucking on like a handful of like blueberries, raspberries, and about 5 or 6 squares of dark chocolate, which is, I don't know, maybe 30 grams of dark chocolate, something like that, and a little bit of jam. I was having some peanut butter and honey with that as well, but I've cut that now. And at the very beginning of the prep, I also had a couple of eggs with that ribeye, but not now. So that's that. Moving on to meal 2, I've got, we just seen, eggs and grits. That's 6 egg whites, 1 pack of grits, and then some jam on top. And meal 3 is 220 grams of chicken breast with some veg and a muffin. These muffins I get from, I live in an apartment block with a coffee shop down below, and these muffins are like, what? They're out of bollocks. I have one every day. And then moving on to, then I'll train. So I'll normally be home for meals 2 and 3, like I am now, just chilling after the clients. And then I'll head on back to the gym and train. During training, I'll have 1 Lucozade, although I'm about to cut that on all of my training days except for my 2 chest days that I have a week. My 2 chest days that I have, I'm keeping that Lucozade because I want to be as full as I can on my chest days. I find that I go really flat, really easy. Training chest, whereas my legs seem to hold fullness a lot better. So I have the Lucozade. I'm going to keep the Lucozades in on them days. And then meals 4 and 5 after training is always 220 grams of chicken again, with about 70 grams of rice at the minute, which equates to about 50 carbs. And then my last meal of the day is either 200 grams of white fish or another 6, sort of maybe sometimes 7 or 8 egg whites, with another 40 grams of oats and the blueberries, raspberries, and not the dark chocolate, but still a little bit of jam. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes I'll have it. I prep myself, dude. So sometimes I might have, not necessarily a cheat. So I had a couple of cheat meals. Sometimes I've replaced meal 5 after training with just a burger from McDonald's. I'm not even gonna lie. Just 1 burger though, not a whole meal. So the macros actually aren't completely off. 1 burger that I've been having Kansas City stack, which I think is on till the 25th of June. So I need to get another one of them. It's about 45 carbs, 40-ish protein, I think, and about 40 or 30 protein, like 40 grams of fat. The extra calories in that burger compared to what my normal meal would be is all the added fat. But that's okay, you know, if I'm doing that, I'm just doing that because I need a little pick-me-up to keep me pushing harder, to keep me, you know, progressing on with my fat loss. And then my non-training day is basically the same meal 1, which is the steak and eggs, the steak and oats. I have the same meal 2, I think, which is the eggs and the grits. Then I have a couple chicken meals with half an avocado and veg, no carbs. And then I have a salmon meal later in the day, with some oats, I think. Something like that. It's something like that. I can't actually think off the top of my head. And that's it. That is basically where my diet is at. Just going to text Sammy boy. See if he's going to meet us down the gym for some arms, man. It's arm day, baby. Let me just jump on this WhatsApp and text him. Right, I'm going to wait and see if Sam can train with us at 5. Hopefully he can. It was my missus's birthday a few days ago. Spoiled her. Of course I did. You know. So I'm going to get another meal in. I'm going to head back to the gym, train a few dudes. And train arms, baby. Right. I'm not sure if Sam is joining us. Oh, unlock the car first, John. But we'll see, man. If not, it's 2 clients, arms. Nick's going to be joining us. And yeah, see if we can show you guys a few tips. Right, here's one that we've been doing for triceps recently. It's basically a skull crusher, but we're doing it on a decline bench so that it puts more emphasis on your tries, because you got basically gravity trying to pull you down because you're on the decline. We're just keeping tension in the movement. Feel the fabulous, man. No little tip with this one, dudes. Doing the dip machine is never to go too heavy, and to make sure you always do it like maybe a second or third tricep exercise, because it always feels best once you've got a lot of blood in the muscle. Otherwise you end up maybe pushing with a bit of chest, a bit of front delts and a bit of tries. Here we're really overloading the tries by making sure we're just keeping the weight moderately low, I can't even say the word, and just squeezing through the muscle. Yo, all done, man. Arm day done. Arm day is the best day, but it ain't easy, bruh. Ain't easy. Another day down. I'm gonna run you dudes through the workout because I didn't manage to film everything I wanted to film today. I got a bit lost in the session, but it's all good. So we basically started off with tries. We hit up the rope pull downs for, I don't know, I think I hit about 5 sets. I don't really count, just use them to get a shitload of blood in the muscle. Moved on to the, shit, I can't remember, skull crushers. Yeah, moved on to skull crushers, got a few sets there. Then on to the dip machine, get that nice and light. Just put the blood in there, and then finished off with some dumbbell kickbacks. Love that movement, that absolutely smashes the long head of your tricep. People forget that the long head of your tricep, which is the sweepy bit underneath, is partly responsible for bringing your humerus back past the torso. That's why a lot of people feel the long head of their tricep when they're doing like cable pullovers or dumbbell pullovers, stuff like that, because it's partly responsible for bringing your humerus back into the midline. So doing those movements where your elbow is situated behind your midline of your torso and extending your tricep back that way, you'll get a crazy flex on the long head. So that's a really good movement to finish off with. And then we went on to biceps. We just hit up a few sets of straight bar curls. I think 3 sets of like 20 reps just with 20 kilos, and got a mad pump. I've been getting really good contractions lately on my arm days, so like I don't need a lot of weight to get a crazy pump. So yeah, we made that happen. Then we moved on to single arm dumbbell curls, just using, I think we was leaning over like a hamstring machine just to get that leverage on the dumbbell curl. That felt good. Moved on to one arm machine curl, where your elbow is positioned higher, and then finished off with some dual arm hammer curls. Yeah, good arm day, man. Trained with Nick in the end, training with him again tomorrow. Tomorrow's quads. Feeling good, feeling good. I'm gonna go home, get some food. Probably gonna go down to my little gym in my apartment block today and do some posing and shit like that, see where we're at. But yeah, everything's good. 10k steps in, cardio done this morning, food going in. It's all good. I'm gonna go pick the woman up now. Can you see your face?
No!
The day is done, people. Done. Knackered. Chilling out now. Family guy. I've actually got one more meal to get in. And then we do it all over again. So that's it, man.